This video is brought to you by WinView Games. Watch, predict, win. A better way to watch live by WinView. Watch real games on TV, compete against real sports fans, win real money, only on WinViewGames.com. SeatGeek. For all your ticketed events, from sporting to concert outings, SeatGeek has you covered. They even conveniently color-coded each ticket on their website from amazing to worst, so you can easily know which are the best deals. SeatGeek, the smart way to buy. Save $20 off your next ticket purchase with the promo code. From the hills of Humboldt County, California, our friends at Canada CBD, the nation's leading tobacco and nicotine-free dip alternative with CBD, are excited to present the game of the year. Canada CBD is a fast-acting, innovative way to consume CBD that works great with taste and won't make you play sneak-a-choo with the wife during football season. The game of the year is one winner chosen by August 31st. Entry is easy. Head over to CanadipCBD.com and click the link or visit Canadip's main Instagram page and look for the blue check mark. One winner will be chosen and can bring a +1 to any regular season NFL game. Airfare for two, including hotel lodging and great seats for the game. That's right. Canadips is randomly choosing one lucky winner for the fan experience of a lifetime. So head over to CanadipCBD.com and enter, or go to official Canadips Instagram and type it in all the way to find the blue check account. Be the winner and enjoy seeing Brady visit New England for a final showdown or whatever game you like. Good morning. What's going on, my cool cats? I'm your host, El Grande Gato, also known as the Big Cat. My cool cat, put your paws up if you're rocking with the Big Cat. Rest in peace to 704, the GOAT, the legend, the king of Charlotte. If you guys want to make a donation to his GoFundMe, it is in the description, man. Rest in peace, rest easy. Today, we're here to talk about Carolina Panthers joint practice with the Colts, day number 1, already in the books. What did we like, what we didn't like, what we need to work on. And we're going to look at a little bit of video here from the Panthers website, but ain't got much for you. But, yeah, we're going to talk about it. According to Matt Rule, it looks like the Panthers still need work and came out flat. We'll talk about it. First, we get started. Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? Yes? No? Maybe? Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? If you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers, put your paws up. All right, let's go ahead and hop into it. See what's going on the web. It's a lot of reaction from different reporters, different team reporters. Let's go to the actual website, CarolinaPanthers.com. And according to head coach Matt Rule, he wasn't pleased with yesterday's practice. This was a quote-unquote a measuring stick for what to look forward to, as far as coming out in the week 1, all right? Panthers Matt Rule, head coach, came out and said, I'm not real happy with our receivers. Not a lot of discipline in terms of route running the wrong depths, a lot of missed assignments today, put a lot of pressure on our quarterbacks to adjust to guys not running routes at the right depth. And then I'm going to show you the clip here in just a few seconds where you can see some of that. I want you guys to understand something, okay? Because but since Sam Darnold came onto the team, all you guys are doing, or not all you guys, but most of you guys are doing is bashing Sam Darnold. But you got to understand, the wide receivers are under that much more pressure just as Sam Darnold is. These guys, listen, we're talking about DJ Moore, supposed to be living up to his hype. You know what I mean? Going into to his next Pro Bowl year, supposed to be his Pro Bowl year. You got Terrace Marshall, a guy who was a risky pick, who's supposed to be living up to their hype. You know what I mean? You got Robbie Anderson, a potential contract year for him. I mean, so while a lot of you guys are quick to point at Sam Darnold, this is like the second time this camp I've been hearing about wide receivers running the wrong routes or not having the right depth. So this is as big as an issue as Sam Darnold's development here. So if we can't get this down, if you know what I mean, how can Sam Darnold if Sam Darnold is doing everything right, he's going through his progression, he's going through his step, but you're not at the right depth or you're not running the right route, now you're taking a mediocre quarterback, and no disrespect to Sam Darnold, now you're taking a mediocre quarterback and you're forcing him to be Superman. And that's when people get fucked up because he's not built like that. So you got to help the guy out. You can't sit out here and just say, hey, you know what I mean? You got to help the guy out there. And this is the second time I heard it at this camp. So hopefully we'll get it together, man. You know, hopefully we'll get it together here. And let's see what else Rule had to say. That's one reason we came out here to see how far we are away from them, okay? P.J. Walker acknowledged he was surprised they came out flat. As a team, we got to sit down and talk about opportunities. We have to take advantage of them every day. The team won't be the same in a couple weeks. I thought the way we approached the last couple of days of practice have been intense. Guys have been flying around and getting better every day. For us to take a step back, I feel like we need to come out tomorrow and take 2 steps forward. Look, man. Can I keep it a buck with you? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, okay? To me, okay, let me be careful. Let me be careful here. When it comes to the Carolina Panthers, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I always hope for the best. I always hope for the best. You know, that's why I still believe we're going 11-6. I believe we're going 11-6. But for the Carolina Panthers to come out and be flat, I'm not super concerned. I'm not concerned, but I'm not surprised either. You're talking about a team last year who was on a 3-game winning streak, came out, played the Chicago Bears, a sorry-ass Chicago Bears team, and looked like we didn't want to be there. It looked like we had been out drinking the night before. So coming out flat when we should having good practices or winning 3-game winning streaks, it's not something new to me. Like it's not as big of a shock to me as it is to some other people here. And I think you got to put that on Matt Rule, man. Unfortunately, you know, players do play, but Matt Rule is the coach, and it's your job to make sure those guys come out there, you know, and execute. You know, not just in practice, but not just in individual practice, but in joint practices. That's up to you, coach. You know, why they didn't come out? Maybe they were jet lag or whatever it may be. But I'm not surprised. This is something that Carolina has a bad pattern of doing, and hopefully they can break it before the regular season. Need to be consistent. I told you guys about that. Being disciplined, have your fundamentals, being consistent, being focused. So we got to get that. We got to nip that shit in the bud real quick. We only got a couple days here, all right? Let's continue going on here. Let's see. They start talking about the win. Look, I don't want to hear nothing about the elements. You know what I mean? I mean, the win was a difficult situation for any quarterback. Okay, look. If your ass is playing in the rain, the snow, it doesn't matter. You got to go out there and do your job, all right? So Sam Darnold said, I thought Sam was the least of our problems. This was from Matt Rule speaking. The main thing with Sam is don't turn it over, protect the ball, and I thought we did that. Surprise, Matt Rule feels the same way we feel. Protect the ball, don't turn the shit over. Shout out to Matt Rule, man. He said he was the least of our problem. Just a play or two away from a couple deep balls, so we got to connect on those. Okay. Okay, so let's keep going here. No surprise there. Sam Darnold, he's going to be fine, but, you know, you got to help him out, receivers. You got to help him out, man. I mean, you know what? Look, I keep telling you guys, Sam Darnold isn't Superman. You know what I mean? He's a mediocre quarterback, but he has some decent talent. You know what I mean? Decent arm talent. So if you're not running the right depth, you're not running the right route, you can really make a decent quarterback try to turn into Superman, and it's not going to work out good. All right, the center, Matt Paradis, made the trip, but felt some tightness in his back, so he didn't go. Cameron Irvin, he was back after missing the last 2 practice, but he wasn't taking his normal load snaps. Dennis Daly Said he competed for tackle. He didn't make the trip as well. Yeah, they got a lot of guys that make the trip. Taylor Moton got some snaps at left tackle instead of right. They were rolling new guys through drills on every play, which is pretty much what you expected. You know what I mean? You want to get a look at every guy possible, as many guys possible when it comes to different positions against different opponents and shit. So don't be surprised if you see guys who normally wouldn't play a position or normally want to get that first team snap. They want to see how guys look at different roles. All right, so no surprise there. Sam Tecklenberger, he worked with the ones at center, and left guard Pat Eflin inside. Okay. Christian McCaffrey was behind the second offensive line and was swallowed up. Why the fuck would you put him there? Christian, you shouldn't even participate in the drills. We know what you can do, all right? J.C. Horn mixed it up with receiver Michael Pittman and ended up taking a swing before they were separated. Horn has a reputation of being a physical player, and you can get the sense that opposing receivers may try to goad him into things. I'll put it like this. Steve Smith Sr. used to do things cornerbacks all the time, particularly young and confident one. Horn already has that kind of treatment. Now, do I have a problem with J.C. Horn scuffling with Michael Pittman? Not really, but I kind of do. The reason why I say not really is, he's young. He had that swag. Listen, when the Carolina Panthers took J.C. Horn, the main thing they were talking about, other than his skill set, was his attitude, his mindset. They were talking about that grittiness, that toughness, his ability to back down. Okay, and what comes with that is sometimes you get into scuffles and shit. Now, I do feel like, it could be a double-edged sword. I think that same confidence that can make you play good is the same confidence that can cost your ass a game. I think so. So Michael Pittman, he's not a number one receiver or whatever. He's up and coming receiver. But I'll tell you this right here: if J.C. Horn was matched up against somebody that talks a lot of shit and he was a superstar in this league, and they get inside his head, it could be, like I said, you got to be smart with it. Taking a swing, first of all, you can't swing on nobody's helmet, man. You're not going to do much damage there. Just let your pads do the talking, man. Let your play do the talking here. But I get it. It's the first rookie going up against, your first real opponent other than your teammates. So I get it. There's a lot of energy there. There's a lot of I want to show what I can do. I get that, but be smart about it. DBO, like Matt Rule said, don't beat ourselves. Don't beat ourselves. How you practice is how you play. If you come out, motherfucker, somebody get in your head and practice, what happens when you line up against this receiver? What happens when you line up against this receiver, that receiver? The same shit you're doing in practice, they're going to get to your ass in the game, and let it not be a close game, and you do something like take a swing at them. But I don't want to beat a dead horse here. I don't mind it so much. I just kind of write it off as a young guy, energetic, wanted to just kind of get up there. All right. So, but you definitely something you keep your eye on here. Don't beat ourselves. All right. You want to make a play, make it with your pass. All right. Tight end Dan Arnold is a tall target across the middle, but not a particularly big one. He took a good ass whooping yesterday. Had a couple hard shots. And at least once he lost the ball after a hit. Damn. He lost the ball after a hit. It was a rough day for a guy who had an exceptional camp, and otherwise they're counting on to add offense. Look, man, Dan Arnold, I'm rooting hard for this guy because I believe that he can honestly be a red zone threat. I think he definitely can be a hot target for Sam Darnold here. But him taking a beating, no surprise. No surprise. The Colts defense is legit, okay? In case you guys don't know, those guys are legit over there. And look, man, it's just I don't know. Consistency in Carolina always seem to be missing each other. Not sure why. Like I can't. I'm not as surprised as you guys. I'm reading some of you guys in the comment. I'm not as surprised as you guys are. You know what I mean? Like I said, I hope for the best. No doubt, I'm not trolling. I always hope for the best when it comes to Carolina, but we usually fall short of the mark at some point. Him taking a good ass whooping, I kind of figured that. Him not holding on to the ball, you cannot do that. You got to come down with. You're a veteran in this league. You've been around this league for a while. You're getting a fresh opportunity in Carolina to be the number one tight end. Again, it looks good when you're in practice against your other teammates, but when you're going up against other guys, you got to keep that same energy. And for whatever reason, the Carolina Panthers are not maintaining that same energy that they had in practice. Again, I hate to do this, but I'm going to do it. It goes back to coaching. Whatever connect, I don't know why we do this. I don't know what the connection is, a disconnect somewhere. We can't keep that same energy, and it looks like the offenses tend to struggle more than our defense is, all right? So it looks like our offense may have to get carried this year, which is no surprise there. I kind of predicted that, but got to do better. Keith Kirkwood, A.J. Bouye, Miles Hartfield, Perriman, Stanford, and Clay Johnson didn't make the trip as well. Joshua Bynes was out on the field. Let's see. And that's pretty much it. All right, let's see what some other websites had to say. That was the Carolina Panthers Observer. Let's head over to PanthersWire.com. What else they had to say about yesterday's practice, and then we'll take a quick look at some film. I did see Brian Burns going ham in some individual drills. I did see Brian Burns really put some fire. He looks good, man. I said 13 and a half sacks, didn't I? I said 13 and a half sacks. Yo, man, we might have to beef it up. And he looks good, man. Yo, he looks good. He looks like he's ready to beef it out, bro. We might have to beef it out to a 20p. Brian Burns looks real good with that ghost technique. I mean, he was giving motherfuckers fit. And Hassan Reddick. Shout out to Hassan Reddick. Derrick Brown. Oh, man. Derrick Brown was bull rushing. Hey, man, that defense is going to be, that shit is going to be good, man. It's going to be good. At least the front part. I mean, no shot at the back end, but the back end needs a little more help. That front is going to be ready, all right? Let's keep going here. Terrence Marshall looked the part. Yeah, I did see that big catch he did make. You know what I mean? We're gonna take a look at that here in just a second. We're going to watch that here in just a second. What else we had? Left tackle situation remains fluid, according to the PanthersWire.com. They said right tackle Taylor Moe will be getting some work on the left side during these practices. Cameron Irvin was busy nursing himself back to health. Greg Little is still in the mix. I didn't know he was still on the team. I'm joking. What else? What else we got here, y'all? Budding defenders show off their trump cards. Yeah. I did see Jeremy Chin had a nice little breakup in pass drills, one-on-one drills as well. Brian Burns, Derrick Brown, Jeremy Chin, and J.C. Horn, each of them gave us a bit reminder in case you needed why the present and the future of the unit is going to be special. Again, I just talked about Brian Burns. Just talked about Derrick Brown. And let's see, what else? Yeah, we heard about the mix-up. And that's it right here. One more. Let's go to Cat Crave. Shout out to the Cat Crave, by the way. A couple observations here. DJ Moore was getting some pointers from Steve Smith. I did see that. DJ Moore has a lot on his plate this year, y'all. And, again, you know, I'm not picking on him, man, but this is a guy who's supremely talented, and I think he has to come out and prove it. I mean, 1,100 yards for back-to-back years, that's been great here. But you got to get in that red zone as well. And now you and Robbie Anderson you gotta help Sam Darnold out here. You gotta help the Sam Darnold. Not only am I looking for these guys to have individual production, because I know they can hold their own. Okay, yeah, we know what they can do. But it's time I want to see these guys start mentoring the younger people on the team. The Terrence Marshalls, the Shy Smith. I want to see you guys going around helping these guys, helping the Omar Bailey. A good leader, a good teammate, a good veteran player, a superstar. Not only do they make themselves better, they make others better on and off the field. So that's something I would like to see as well, man. Of course, I would like to see him reach that end zone more. And it doesn't hurt to have some good, tips from Steve Smith there. So no surprise there. Carolina Panthers backup quarterback struggle. It was a rough day for Will Grier and P.J. Walker. This is why when people ask me, do we have a backup quarterback? I say, what's that? It baffles me. It baffles me. Oh, my God. Oh. Listen, man, when I was sitting here during the draft and I was bitching, I was crying during the draft, and then Trade Daddy, which is Scott Fitterer, salute to Scott Fitterer, the Trade Daddy was coming out talking about we need solid depth at or the long snapper position, right? Remember he said we need a competition. This is what I'm talking about, man. No disrespect to PJ Walker or Will Greer here, but there's no legit backup quarterback here. And I'm really disappointed more so on Will Greer because you've been on the team the longest. I think at some point you should at least be as good as who was our quarterback for that was the that backup quarterback we had I slipped my name. What is it? We had a backup quarterback here that was pretty good for a while before he went to the Miami Dolphins and shit. You know what I mean? At least you could be that kind of quality backup, but have yet to see it. Greer struggled early. He got intercepted twice. You know what I mean? Somebody help me out in the chat. What's old buddy's name? What's old buddy's name? Sorry, y'all. I slipped my name. What else we got? Walker, who appeared to be in pole position for the number 2 signal caller, determined the fate in warm-up games. Yeah. Darnold was forced to miss time at any stage. Yeah, I think it's going to be a rough sled. And if Sam Darnold has to go out for any reason, it's going to be a rough one, man. Carolina Panthers wide receiver C.J. Saunders is catching eyes, all right? Former Ohio State team captain, later rival. This offseason, he's evident a player to keep some lost time. Saunders is a player to monitor closely. I heard a lot about C.J. Saunders and him making plays, getting open rather easily, all right? And let's see what else they had to say about yesterday's practice here. And then we'll take a look at some film here. What do you know? Back to the offensive line, all right? Offensive line still has some questions. This session at the Colts would have Matt Rule coaching staff and more players than anything that come before. And according to those in attendance, it was not a good day for the 11-on-11 drills. All right, so yeah, I don't know, man. I'll put it like this before we go ahead and look at some film here. Shit gotta change, man. You know what I mean? Shit gotta change here. I'm reading it says, strap yourself in for a bumpy ride. Look, man, I'll be remiss. Yeah, Matt Moore. Thank you, guys. It's Matt Moore. Yeah, Matt Moore is who I meant to say. I'll be remiss to sit here and tell you guys that when we looked at this offensive line on paper, that I can say that I'm not surprised. You've been saying it. You guys been saying it. I've been saying it. The Achilles heel of this team, of this entire team, is this offensive line. And when you know, Taylor Mona's the only stud we have. And I don't want to just, point you, but I got to, man, because I feel like we had opportunity to really upgrade this offensive line and really make some splash, some veteran pieces on the offensive line. But you got a lot of thrift shop linemen. Can I put it like that? You went to 99-cent store, you got some thrift shop project linemen, and now you're starting to see the results of that. You got former number ones, you got former players that had the potential to be good. But now, sometimes, I don't want to say that. See, I was getting ready to say something crazy. Sometimes you just got to recognize things for what they are. You know what I mean? It's nothing personal against that player. If they're not that talented, they're not that talented. But this could definitely be a bumpy ride indeed. Shout out to the Cat Crave. We got to be better today. Hopefully we come out here with some enthusiasm, some energy, and play Carolina Panthers football here. All right, so let's take a look at some of the film, man. I'm not going to cut the volume up here, but I do want to just kind of show you guys what went on yesterday, all right? This is the 101 drill, just a few minutes of this, like 10, 11 minutes. If you guys haven't already seen it. If you've seen it, all right, good for you. It's a lot of good things that went on with this team, man, but I think we're farther away than what I don't know, man. I don't know what it is with this consistency thing, man. And it happened during the regular season. Got Robbie Anderson right here, 101 drill. Robbie Anderson looking good as usual. Look at that. Had him lost. That guy right there is in for a breakout season, man. And real quick, man, let me just share my my appreciation for Robbie Anderson so much, man. I really appreciate